Why is it that a bird can't build its nest without first considering the environment, yet we, as humans, often forget to do the same when we build our own structures? This brings us to the significance of environmental impact assessments, or EIAs. They are not just another box to be checked in the long list of construction requirements. Rather, they are a vital step in ensuring that our actions today do not lead to irreversible damage tomorrow. An environmental impact assessment, or EIA, is an analytical process that systematically examines the possible environmental effects of the implementation of projects. The main aim is to ensure that decision-makers consider the ensuing environmental impacts when deciding whether to proceed with a project. Now, you may wonder, how exactly is an EIA conducted? It's not as complicated as it sounds, and I'm going to walk you through the process. Firstly, a proposed project is screened for potential environmental impact. This step determines whether an EIA is required and identifies the key issues that should be evaluated. The next stage is scoping. This is where the significant effects that are relevant to the decision on a proposal are identified. It's crucial to determine the breadth and depth of the forthcoming assessment. Then follows the impact analysis, where the potential environmental impacts of the proposed project are examined in detail. These impacts can be direct, indirect, or cumulative. Once the impacts have been studied and understood, the next step is mitigation. This involves looking for ways to avoid, minimize, or offset the potential negative impacts. Following mitigation, the findings are documented in an Environmental Impact Statement, or EIS. This document provides a detailed account of the potential impacts, the mitigation measures proposed, and the residual impacts after mitigation. Lastly, the EIS is reviewed by decision-makers and the public. This review process provides an opportunity for all stakeholders to comment on the proposed project and its potential environmental impacts. This comprehensive process ensures that every stone is unturned in assessing the potential environmental impacts of a project. To summarize, the EIA process is a critical tool in the decision-making process for new projects. It starts with screening the project, followed by scoping, analyzing impacts, mitigating those impacts, documenting findings in an EIS, and finally reviewing the EIS by decision-makers and the public. The EIA not only helps to identify potential environmental impacts but also explores ways to reduce these impacts, thereby acting as a vital tool in promoting sustainable development. So, the next time you see a new building or infrastructure project, remember the intricate process that has been followed to ensure that the environment is not unduly compromised. Because, as we all know, the earth does not belong to us, we belong to the earth.